Alright, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakodash. I double honor to the elders and apostles of great news and I read well. Salutation to the Aki and preaching the truth to the four corners of the insincerity. But I come to you with another lesson out and be edifying to the spirit. Right? As the title reads, the children of the light. But we want to read from verse 1. It's 1 Thessalonians 5:1. It says, But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. Why ye have no need that I write unto you? Because of the times. Really and truly, it's because we see the times. You understand? We see the times we live in. Right? You see we live in war time, we live in Mark of the Beast, we live in Jacob's trouble coming. Right? And there's no need that we really and truly tell each other these things. Right? We'll continue and it says, For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. You know it perfectly. You understand? Nobody has to tell you again that the Lord coming. You understand? You don't nobody have to tell you about the prophecies. And a lot of people don't believe. So, they're gonna be confounded. They're gonna be feeling like they're ashamed. Because they didn't want to listen all the time. Right? But now, only Lord revealing all these prophecies, all these secrets, mysteries I should say, because there's a lot of when the MOTV is declared that it's really the MOTV and a lot of people already take it. Right? What's gonna happen? They're gonna be in an uproar. But they already take it. So Esau could control it and do what he wanna do. He could give you he could silence it too, he can make it literally, just shut down. And the ones that are not down for the system is the ones that are not even, the ones that are not complying basically. But going back to the point, we are the children of the light. So I'm going to continue reading. Verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Yeah. Why they would not escape? Firstly, they will not escape because the deeds are evil. Right? And the Lord say, if the righteous will be scarcely saved, where shall the sin and the ungodly appear? The Lord is only dealing with the righteous. And we shall scarcely be saved, where shall the sin and the ungodly appear? We're going to be the end of them. Right? They're going to have to die, as according to the scripture. Say 2/3 of when I get cut off and die, they would have to die. 2/3. Right? 2/3 will get cut off and die, and the righteous will be the dead of the righteous shall rise with Yahushai, right? And the ones that are living gonna get caught up in clouds, as the scripture say. But really and truly we dealing with being children of the light. So I'm gonna continue. Right? It says verse 4. But ye brethren are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. We are not the children of the dark. We're not in darkness. We're not confused, like we don't know what's happening. We are in the light. So being in the light, there's a lot of things it speaks about being in the light. Right? Light is something that does illuminate dark places. Just like when the sun comes out, all darkness flee because the sun comes out. You understand? And when it's night time now, that when the darkness comes back. But think about it like this. We shedding light. You understand? Light also reveals secrets. Light could be a metaphor for the truth. Light could be a metaphor for the guiding your way. Right? Just like we in the book of Psalms where it said, thy word has been me, where it said thy word has become a light and a lamp unto my feet. You understand? A light and a lamp unto my feet. This is where we understand that being children of the light is really being righteous. Right? Because being righteous and being a light bearer, you understand that there's things that it will require from you with that light. What the scripture say, you can't take a light and put it on a bushel. You have to put that light up high that it may give light into the house. And that's what we're doing. We say we lifting up a banner, basically lifting up a banner and spreading that light. We telling people what is the truth, regardless of their beliefs. We telling people what is the truth regardless of their doubts. We telling them the truth regardless of um, their feelings, because the scripture says Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is not a respecter of persons, so we will tell them, right? And the thing about telling them is they understand that you're washing their blood from your hands, right? Washing off all their blood, at least scripture say whether they hear or whether they forbear. Like the thing about it, we preach whether they hear or forbear, and we see that the children of the darkness, they completely lost. You understand? Just bear with me here. I'll read over verse 5. It says, ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of the darkness, right? The 6, it says, therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. So I remind as well too, as a child of the light, to not sleep, to be diligent, be constantly on your grind of serving Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, right? Be constantly on your grind. It even says, let your light so shine among men, that they may see your good works and glorify Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. The thing about it is, the men that you're letting your light so shine among is the brethren. Because they say when thou art converted, strengthen your brother. The thing about it is we've been strengthening our brothers. Right? It's just time where we're gonna need more strengthening. Right? And we're gonna more wish that we always had brothers around us. So the thing about it is we need to constantly be in our mindset. Constantly pushing this fire and constantly, fleeing from Satan. Just doing the things that are required of us as children of the light. Right? Because we were once children of the darkness. When you understand it, and we thank Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, the book of Baruch, I believe it's 8 or 4 and 28. Let me see. Right. This is what I was talking about here. We were once children of the darkness, but we repented and come to the marvelous light. It says Baruch 4 and 28. It says, for as it was your mind to go astray from Yahweh, so being returned, seek him 10 times more. Right? Seek him 10 times more. And, put out a real effort. And just not just in one department, but in all departments where the Lord requires you to shine that light. Whether it be you pushing more, whether it be, you pushing more, whether it be you communicating more, one out of the two. You understand? It could be, you're addressing every single part of it where you could let the light shine so that another brother could see that light and say, wow, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is great. That's what it is, glorify the Lord. Right? Right, so I got a precept here. Now this is the book of Proverbs chapter 18. And I read from verse 10. Right, and it reads, the name of the Lord is a strong tower, the righteous runneth into it and is safe. Right, so this one thing here where you see the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The reason why I bring out this precept here was because being a child of the light, you understand that name is so powerful. Right, when the Lord answer your prayers fast for the simplest of situations, and even the large, right, the large and the small, right, the Lord answer your prayers. You understand why being under the Lord protection is best. Because even in Jacob's trouble, even in serious times, the Lord is take care of his own, and constantly you read it in the Bible, Daniel in the lions, then with another way. Um, you know, lot Elisha and the young man, there's a lot of different ways the Lord saves, the nation of Israel. So it's for we to do our part and best be children of the light, constantly shining the light, constantly teaching, you understand? Constantly being in that spirit to just edify, right? So Lord's willing, this was edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. I want to say Kalalayamla, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Kakodash, double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone and Ruel. Salutations, Yaki, I'm preaching the truth to the four corners of the 18th sincerity. Shalom.